What's up, people? Joe Winko here, your favorite Hawaiian guy, and here's my next character spotlight for The Walking Dead. Let's get this party started. Okay, so who I'm doing this character spotlight on, it's gonna be the character Tyreese. Now, this is gonna be a major spoiler alerts if you haven't really seen the episodes of Season 3, Season 4, and Season 5 of The Walking Dead, because those are all the seasons that the character Tyreese appeared in. And, so yeah, major spoiler alerts if you haven't seen any of those and if you're not caught up. But, Tyreese was a character on The Walking Dead, and he is the brother of Sasha, one of my favorite characters on The Walking Dead. And I liked Tyreese too, and I miss Tyreese. He first appears in episode 8 of season 3, and that episode was called Made to Suffer, and that was the mid-season finale for season 3 of The Walking Dead. And he dies in episode 9 of season 5, which is called What's Happening, What's Going On, and that was the mid-season premiere for season 5 of The Walking Dead. So, I really liked that group, Tyreese and Sasha, because they just have these really tough survivors, because they both really are. They just appeared out of nowhere. Like, we see them right in the beginning of Made to Suffer. They're fighting zombies out in the woods, and I thought that was a really cool way of introducing survivors. Because, like, right away we know that they're really tough and that they're made to fight and they're made to survive. That's kind of why I thought that episode was called Made to Suffer, because of those survivors, how tough they were and how they were fighting and how they were made to suffer but they wouldn't die at all. So that's why I thought the mid-season finale episode was called Made to Suffer, because of Sasha and Tyreese. But, they also have, Donna, Ben, and Donna and Ben's son with them. Well, I don't really remember their names that much, because it's been so long since I've seen that episode. But, they had that couple with them. I remember the woman's name was Donna, and she got bit by the walker, and, oh no, the son's name was Ben. I forgot what the dad's name was. I think it was Alan. Yeah, I think his name was Alan, actually. And, right away, we know that Tyreese is a really nice character, because, like, a really thoughtful and really caring character, because when Donna gets bitten and they run to the prison, and Sasha was trying to say, we can't bring her with, she's been bitten, she's gonna slow us down, and the group is, like, really upset, because the father and the son are really upset, because they don't want to lose their wife or their mother at all. And Tyreese just steps in and says, hey, let's just take her with us. They're not ready to let go of her yet. Let's just take her with us. And then Sasha keeps trying to talk him into not bringing him with, but eventually Tyreese says, oh, come on, let's just take them with us. So Sasha agrees to it. They go inside the prison, even though Donna was bitten, and even though Donna's going to die, and they know Donna's going to die, and that she's going to turn eventually. And they take her with. And, so, yeah, right away we know that he's a nice character. Eventually, Carl finds them, like, fighting the zombies in the basement of the prison, and then he brings them to, like, where all the other teammates are, where the main cast is, and, right away we like Sasha and Tyreese, right away we, like them really quickly, like, we say, okay, these characters, they're good people, they're not crazy people. Well, even though, like, when Carl locked them into the jail cell and Sasha was banging on the bars and she was going like, hey, let us out of here! We kind of realized that Sasha was a bit, like, cuckoo. But then again, it's a world full of zombies. That's enough to make anyone go cuckoo. But Tyreese calms her down, and he says, Sasha, it's alright, we're finally someplace safe. These people aren't bad, even though Sasha's still kind of mad about being locked in the jail cell. And, I liked Tyreese, because he says that he's the first brother to ever break into prison, and I thought that was really funny when I heard that. And, he really cared about Sasha, even though she kind of bossed him around and kind of bitched him around a bit. He still cared about her, and Sasha still cared about him, because they're brother and sisters, and they love each other. So yeah, I thought that was really nice to see a brother and sister relationship on The Walking Dead, because we haven't really seen that very often. Well, except with Daryl Dixon and Meryl Dixon, but it wasn't a brother sister relationship. It was a brother brother relationship, and a brother brother relationship is completely different from a brother sister relationship. So yeah, trust me, I would know. So he really cared about Sasha, and he wanted to stay in the prison, and he really wanted to help Rick and the group, but Rick was kind of crazy, and he kept having visions of Lori, and he had a vision of Lori, and he was shouting at Lori to get out, but Tyreese and his group, he thought that Rick was shouting at him to get out, and Tyreese was a little dense during that scene, no offense, but he kind of was, because it clearly was obvious that Rick was looking up and shouting at something else. He wasn't looking at Tyreese while he was shouting, get out, because he was looking up at Lori, who was standing on the platform. And, so, yeah, Tyreese and his group left, and eventually they found the town of Woodbury, and, they met the governor, and the governor accepted them into the group, and Tyreese seemed like he trusted the governor at first, but after a while, Tyreese was able to see that the governor was not a good man, because, eventually he didn't trust the governor, because the governor was planning to take over the prison, and he was trying to gather up live zombies, and trying to get them into the prison, and trying to kill the people in the prison with live zombies, and Tyreese did not trust him with that, so Tyreese was thinking about escaping Woodbury with Sasha, and eventually, like, they didn't. Eventually, after the whole season finale, like when they went to attack the prison, Tyreese and Sasha stayed behind to defend Woodbury, but Rick's group came, and then they recruited Sasha and Tyreese again, and they took Karen back, and Karen was one of the members who attacked the prison with the governor, but when the governor couldn't attack the prison, and everyone was saying, we shouldn't attack the prison, let's just leave them alone, let's go home and everything, the governor went insane and shot up everyone around, but Karen survived, because Karen, like, hid underneath a dead body, and when the governor was gone, Karen, went back to Woodbury, but eventually she went back to the prison with Rick, and, that was season 3, and also Tyreese was present when Andrea died, and Tyreese seemed a little sad that Andrea died, but Tyreese didn't really know Andrea that much, but at that moment, Tyreese eventually knew that the governor was a bad man and that he shouldn't be trusted at all. So yeah, then during season 4, we see that Tyreese had developed a relationship with Karen, and he really cared about Karen and everything, and he really liked Karen, but eventually when the illness started spreading through the prison, when everyone was getting sick, Karen got killed and set on fire, and it was Carol who killed Karen, but Tyreese didn't know that at the time, but when he found Karen's body, like, dead and burned up, he threw a fit and he started beating up Rick and Daryl, because he was really pissed off, and at that moment we saw that Tyreese had human feelings too. He wasn't like this nice guy all the time. He got mad and he flipped out too. Because, well, you can't really blame him. His girlfriend was just murdered and set on fire and he didn't know who did it. So then at that moment, Tyreese was kind of on edge during living in the prison. And especially when they found that rat all sliced up and everything. But then, when the governor came and attacked, Tyreese helped fight back against the governor because, like I said earlier, he knew the governor was a bad man. And eventually, like, they did win the fight, but the prison was destroyed really bad and they couldn't live in the prison anymore. So Lizzie and Mika helped save Tyreese from Alicia, who was trying to kill him. So Tyreese went with Lizzie and Mika. Eventually, they found Karen and they took Judith with them. So it was Lizzie, Mika, Tyreese, Judith, and Carol. Carol, that's what I meant. Then they went to live at the house in the grove, in the pecan grove, and with Lizzie and Mika. Lizzie stabbed Mika to death because she went crazy because she thought Mika would be the same if she came back as a zombie. So, and that was really sad what happened with those two girls. But Karen had to kill Lizzie, and Tyreese Tyreese was convinced that Lizzie was the one who killed Karen and David, but then eventually Carol came forward and she confessed that she was the one who killed Karen, and she handed Tyreese the gun and she says, "Do whatever you have to do." And Tyreese forgave Carol for killing Karen, and at that moment we just really saw how kind of a character that Tyreese was. I think he was a little resentful towards her because she killed Karen, but he forgave Carol for killing Karen. God, those names are so complicated. Why did they have to name them Carol and Karen? And as a matter of fact, this is kind of funny. I found this picture on Facebook, and I thought it was really funny. It was like a meme I found on Facebook, and this is what it says. NyQuil, the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, so Carol doesn't kill you in your sleep medicine. I thought that was hilarious, but, you know, if NyQuil really used that picture in their commercials, I'm pretty sure a ton of people would be buying NyQuil every single time they get sick. And I thought that was hilarious. So yeah, Tyreese forgave Carol, forgave Carol for killing Karen, and I thought that was... It took a lot of guts for Tyreese to forgive her for that, but we just saw how moral and kind Tyreese actually was. And also, he helped rescue the survivors from Terminus, and when Bob died in season 5 of The Walking Dead, when he was killed by the Hunters, well, he wasn't killed by the Hunters, he was bit by a zombie, but then they cut off his leg, and it was a really gruesome death, and that's what I thought. And he helped Sasha get over Bob's death, and he was with her the whole entire time, made sure she was okay and everything, and I thought that was really sweet. And he also helped rescue Carol from the Slabtown hospital. He was trying to help rescue Beth too, but Dawn had to just shoot her in the head. And yeah, but that was really sad, and he did seem kind of saddened about Beth's death. Well, all of them did. And but then eventually he died in the episode What's Happening, What's Going On. And I thought it was really sad because he chased after Noah to go into Noah's house, and he was looking at the pictures of Noah's twin brothers, like his younger twin brothers, and then one of them bit him on the arm. And then, like, he started going into this in and out trance. He kept seeing Beth, and he kept seeing the little girls, Lizzie and Mika, telling him that it's better now. And he was seeing the governor too, and the governor was yelling at him and everything. And then another zombie came and bit Tyreese. And I was wondering, I was thinking, is Tyreese going to make it? Is Tyreese not going to make it? But the moment I saw Beth playing that sad song on her guitar, The Struggling Man, I just knew right away, okay, Tyreese is definitely a goner. And then, when they were driving in the car, and I thought this was the most beautiful scene on The Walking Dead, when they were driving in the car, and Beth was driving, and Bob was in the front seat, and Lizzie and Mika were in the back seat with Tyreese, and they were going, like, it's better now. And, like, what it was Tyreese was driving up to heaven with all the people who died before him, and I wish they would have put Karen in that scene, but he was driving up to heaven with all the people who died before him, and I thought that scene was really sad, and, well, it was sad, but it was beautiful. It was like such a bittersweet scene, and I really think that The Walking Dead really needs more scenes like that, because it just shows us that even though the character is dead, they're, like, going to a better place. They don't have to suffer anymore in the zombie apocalypse. And I thought that scene was absolutely beautiful. And this one guy on YouTube who talks about The Walking Dead all the time, his name is Travis Chan. He was saying that that was all just part of Tyrese's imagination while he was dying. But I completely disagree with that. I think that was really going on. He was really seeing the ghosts of Bob and Beth and Lizzie and Mika, and they were all taking him to heaven and telling him that it's better now and helping him cope with his death. And Sasha kind of went a little insane after her brother died, because not only she lost Beth, she lost her brother too. And I thought that was really sad. and I felt bad for Sasha, and I felt really bad for Tyreese, and I miss Tyreese, because I really thought he was a tough character, but he did everything he needed to do on The Walking Dead. He helped the survivors, he helped Judith, he helped Lizzie and Mika, he forgave Carol, and also, like Tyreese was, like, he appeared to be really tough, and he was really tough, but, like, what got him killed, kinda, was he was really, like, he was always thoughtful and always wanted to help everyone. And, you can't really be like that in a world of zombies, but, well, actually you kinda can, but still, I felt bad for Tyreese, and he was a great character, and I was glad that they had him on The Walking Dead, so, yeah. And, yeah, that's basically it. That's my character spotlight for Tyreese. So, don't forget, make sure to comment and tell me, did you agree with everything I said in this video? And let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, seriously, please do comment this video and tell me what you think. And don't forget to like, subscribe to both of my channels, follow me on Twitter, and like me on Facebook. And that's it. Peace out, people.